Hey y'all, today we're going to be talking about currency valuation and exchange rates. Currency valuation is the process of determining the value of one country's currency in another country. And so the way I like to remember this is the etymology. Valuation has that word value in it, which means to ascribe to worth. So when it says currency, like money, it's saying what is one country's money worth in another country. And so I have a fun example for us to help us understand exchange rates. So right here, we have this super cute hoodie from Brandy Melville. And right now I'm on the US website, so it's in US dollars, and it's gonna be 45 US dollars. Now, if we go to Brandy Melville's European site, it is gonna be 45 euros. And so, this is an interesting question. I'll give you a minute to think about it. Let's just assume shipping and tax are both equal. Which website would you want to buy from? 45 US dollars or 45 European dollars? So you might be thinking, how would I even figure that out? Well, you want to see which dollar is weaker and which dollar is stronger. So if you go US dollars to euros, if you have one US dollar, it will get you 0.9 euros. And if you have 1 euro, it'll give you $1.11. And so this means that the US dollar is weaker in comparison to the euro, because to buy the same thing, you would need more US dollars. And so if you think, which website would I want to buy from? You're going to want to buy from the website, if the price is equal, that has the weaker dollar. You might be thinking, what? That's because when you're buying anything, like let's just say you want to go to Walmart and pay for a loaf of sourdough bread, you're going to want to use as little value as you can. So if there are two loaves of sourdough bread and one is $5 and one is $8, you want to use the least amount of value to get the same thing. So you're going to want to pay $5. So let's just say this hoodie is 45 US dollars or 45 euros. Since 45 US dollars has less value because it's the weaker currency than the euros, you're going to want to use the dollar. All right, and real quick, something that I just think is kind of cool, there's an inverse relationship between the exchange rate. So what this means is if you take 1 and then divide it by 1.11, which is the euro to USD conversion rate, it'll equal 0.9. And then if you divide 1 by 0.9, it'll equal 1.11. Next thing we want to think about is, let's just say we are wanting to compare items with different prices with different currencies. How are we going to do that? So I've gone to the Australian Brandy Melville website, and they're selling this same hoodie for 70 Australian dollars. And then the US website is still selling it for 45 US dollars. How are we going to determine which one we should buy? What we're going to want to do is see what it'll take for us to get from 70 Australian dollars to 45 US dollars. What are you going to want that multiplying factor to be? So to get from 45 US dollars to 70 Australian dollars, you're going to need to multiply 45 by 1.55. And so here's the big question. Which hoodie should we buy? From which website? How we determine that is seeing the exchange rate. And if the exchange rate is less than 1.55, then it will not be worth it. But if it's more, then we're going to save money. So drum roll, please. How we can find this is by going US dollars to Australian dollars. And that exchange rate is 1.49. So what this is going to mean is 70 Australian dollars is going to be 47 US dollars, which is obviously more expensive than 45. So we're going to still want to buy from the US website because the exchange rate is under the rate of conversion. I hope this is making sense. If all things are equal, then you're going to want to use the weaker dollar. But if not, you can do a little quick math to figure out how you're going to save more money. There you go. Hope this helps.